What's up, guys, and welcome back to another episode of F-Bomb. Last time you guys saw me, had the 2000 Harley Davidson Iron 883, wholly customized it out. Sad thing is, I sold it. I know. But came back with a very, very awesome bike. With the Iron 883, I turned it from a $2,000 bike, which was an even trade for my Yamaha R6, and I flipped it for about $3,500. Put out about $500 of my own cash into this new bike that I bought that's directly behind me, and we'll get to the bike in just a second. A lot of people are telling me, why would you spend that much money toward the Harley Davidson just to trade it up? So the fact of the matter is, I only put about $500 into it. The bike was estimated at value for about $2,000 when I first got the bike. So was my R6, which is why it was such a good deal to just trade up. Mind you, a week later I get a text from the guy who actually got the R6 for me that the engine blew. So kind of dodged a bullet. He was kind of doing burnouts on the bike, so he kind of had it coming. But anyway, so I got the Iron, new paint job, a couple little small parts, maybe put about $500 into it. So $2,500 bike, give or take. And I flipped it, sold it to a guy for about $3,500. Now I'm not saying the bike isn't worth that much, because I did put a lot of work into it. I just didn't have to it didn't cost me that much in order to get it to that value, which is where the hustle comes. But I found this guy on Craigslist, and I couldn't pass this bike up. So without further ado, here's the new bike.
How should I feel? Creatures lie here, looking through the window. Monster, how should I feel? Creatures lie here, looking through the window. Monster, how should I feel? Creatures lie here, looking through the window. Monster, how should I feel? Creatures lie here, looking through the window.
Yes, it is another Yamaha. My very first V-Star. This is a 2004 Yamaha V-Star 1100, which is about double the power than what I'm used to. Cobra pipes, which is an added plus. Pretty much everything I was gonna do to this bike has already been done to it. Carryout and air intake has already been done to it. He does have a lowering kit on this guy, which is an adjustable lowering kit. So I could lower it more if I wanted to. It's already sitting pretty low. With my weight, if I were to lower it any more than it already is, I'd probably bottom out, which is what he told me, and I strongly agree. LED headlights, tail light, turn signals, I mean. Everything that I would want to do to this bike is pretty much done to it. It's got a stereo system. Lightweight on the weak side, but still plays music. It's loud enough. Only thing I am considering doing is new bars. I'm thinking about a T-bar or a drag bar with a high 8-inch or 10-inch riser on it. So that's one thing. But yeah, I think this bike is sick. Let's hear it start up. Pretty dope. I mean, this bike is smooth. It's everything I wanted in a Harley for about $10,000 less. So the Harley that I was originally looking at was a Dyna. Sick bike. Really, really sick bike. Problem was, So 93, 47,000 miles on it. I was like, it's a little bit out of my range as far as miles and price. He was asking $4 grand for it, which I got this for $4 grand. And I was like, 10 years newer, more than half the miles on it, and it's already got all the upgrades I'm ever gonna want to do to it, other than the bars. I mean, it's a no-brainer. Yeah, it's not a Harley, but who cares, you know? I think it's a dope bike. It's perfect for what I want it to do, which is going on longer rides. As y'all know, I'm in Fresno right now. I would like to come back to the Bay Area and see you guys sometime. But just on that iron, on the freeway, it was a tough ride. I'm not the right kind of build for an iron. I think irons are really for those really small, skinny people. People say the Iron 883 or any 883 Sportster is a girl's bike. I don't agree with that, but just for my size of person, pretty similar to my Yamaha R3. It's not a bad bike. It's just I'm a little bit stupid. I'm just not the right stature for that. I'm a little bit too big for the R3, a little bit too big for the Iron. But we came up. We got a better bike for $4 grand. I went to Harley. I went to the Harley dealership. They wanted me to spend $220 a month with me putting down $3,500 on a new one, and I'm like, it's a little high. And they wouldn't even allow me to, stupid fly. They wouldn't even allow me to finance the used ones. So I was like, all right, thank you anyway. But yeah, next day I found us on Facebook Marketplace. Guy was totally cool, gave me the original seat that it came with. I mean, I'm not probably gonna do it because I love that aftermarket seat that he put on there, but you know, he did everything I wanted to do to it. It's a little sad that I don't get to work on it that much because I want to do the upgrades that he already put on there, but it's already on there. So these flies are killing me. God, I feel like I'm in a zoo right now. But yeah, comment down below. Let me know what you guys think about the new bike. I'll be doing a test ride with you guys pretty soon. If you guys have any suggestions on things that I could do to this bike, like I said, this is my first V-Star, first official fully dressed cruiser, or almost fully dressed. Not sure about saddlebags, thinking about it, but yeah, comment down below and let me know what you guys think. And yeah, until next time, and thank you for joining me on this episode of FBOMB. Peace.
I'm going down the block and I'm if you got the bike right, come around with me. I'm going down the block and I'm if you got the bike right, come around with me. Ride with me.